What's up, YouTube? Thought I would share a few things with you that I have finished. I guess I'm pretty much done with the party with Marty stuff. So I guess I can share that with you. I guess I wasn't prepared. I had all the things clipped for the blister to dry back to the card. So guess I better do this real quick. Anyways, yeah, I got done. In previous videos you may have seen the 1/24th scale cars I finished, and yeah, there's 2 of them. Still working on a Camaro, which all I gotta do is touch up the stripes on it and add some decals. I'm still kind of figuring that out. And he also wanted me to turn he sent a Matchbox Prius. I'm gonna try to turn it into a Yaris, which is what he drives in real life, is a Yaris, which is, I guess, is pretty much like a 2-door Prius. I don't know. Means I've found pictures online of it and stuff, so I'm gotta figure out how to do that. But for now, I have we'll start with the bus. He sent this big bus. I can't find the stuff to put it together right now. Maybe I can. All I have to do was look, I guess. We'll put it together real quick. But anyways, in case you don't know, every year I do a thing for Marty, and it's 20 customs with card art that he hands out during the holidays to friends and family and stuff, I think. But I've been doing this for a few years. It's the only big order I do, which is probably the only big order I'll ever do. I don't know that it'll be something I'd want to do. You know, things change. You never know. As my health gets better, who knows? You know what I may end up doing, not doing. Things change when you're going from one place to another, physically and mentally. So I don't know. I can't say I'll never will. I will say I don't have the intentions of doing it. A lot of big orders. But nonetheless, I enjoyed doing it every year. I get a lot of my collection from Marty as well. So that kind of motivates me to do this every year. Plus, I mean, it's very similar, so I don't have to like every year come up with new things. I did this year because he sent me, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 things, and he just said, be creative. You do your thing. So I was like, you know what? You should never tell Smooth Criminal something like that. Do your thing. That's the way I like to operate too. That's why I don't do a lot of custom orders, especially for people that want something specific or exact like something. If they give me an idea and say put your spin on it, be creative with it, that's how I operate. I do better that way when I have the freedom and the ability to kind of do my. For some reason, I have difficulty envisioning their vision, which is it's weird. Like a quick story: when I was in college, we were given an assignment on something to make, but you had to draw it first, and I couldn't draw it, but we had to make it out of clay, and so I did the thing backwards. Like everybody else had all their it was for graphic design, and we were making 3D models of characters for like games and stuff, and I couldn't do the assignment right. I was stressing out, And I just couldn't do it because I could not draw what was in my head. And so I just grabbed the clay, made my creatures, and then drew pictures of the creatures that I made. And I should show that someday. I don't know what happened. I gave this stuff away, out the clay figures, because they were made out. They weren't, the clay we were given wasn't clay that hardens. And anyway, so some kid wanted it, so I gave it to him. Who knows what happened to it? But anyways, I did the assignment backwards, so my creativity works a little different than the average individual, I guess. But the professor loved what I did. He thought that was some of the coolest creatures, especially in that level of knowledge, I guess. He thought that was awesome. Anyways, we'll start with this bus, because I love it. That my idea was awesome. My execution wasn't that great, in my opinion. But anyways, it was my first attempt at a full-blown wrap, pretty much, too, on the thing. From a distance, it looks awesome. Once you get close, you start seeing lots of little things that could have done better. But on the sides, I just did Party with Marty, and then a scene of just people like at a party, you know, like at a DJ party, and then a colorful background. You can't really see the colors in this camera, and both sides are the same. See, I just realized this decal even slants down, if you can see. So anyways, and there's some blemishes, and it says the music machine on the back. But the top, I did a DJ, what do we call that equipment? And then some little like wavelength things behind it. I mean, from a distance, this thing is really awesome. And then when you're just looking at it, you know, and you see the top with the DJ equipment on there and things, but it's missing the front and rear bumpers, but they didn't make it to me. But anyways, it's not perfect, but I like it, and I think Marty will like that too. It's a pretty cool Party with Marty bus. I think I might try to find me some of these, because I think I need to do a big giant smooth criminal bus. But this thing's cool. I like it. But the one we do every year are the 20 cars. So I did 20 of these, and I always put my stuff on the back of them. Did 20 of these Mustangs. And let's see if we can get good pictures. Just did some flames on the side. I'm trying to watch myself on my phone screen. And then the music machine, you know, above the fender wells. And then on top of the car, if you can see, Party with Marty and some flames on the hood. And then the card art pretty much always stays the same. Let me see if I can find one. But I didn't catch it till I was already cutting on all these. But some of them, the tops will be, the number will be messed up a little bit. So I'm about to, I'll change that. I just printed them all out, not realizing that, see how the cards are different at the top? They were obviously done for this card. And then I didn't realize that some of them are like this, so some of them got the numbers chopped a little bit, but not a big deal. They still look good, and you can still tell that it's 2018. It's just some of it's a little chopped up, but I'm sure he'll be okay. So let's see. The other ones were what are these? 95 custom Chevy vans, two Matchbox, and so he said be creative with them, and so I did. So I did on this one. I did Party with Marty on the side. You know, his business card has this where am I at? This mouse on it, and with the DJ equipment and stuff. So I always try to incorporate that somehow. Some of the cars I can't get it on because they're just small, but I was able to get one on this and Party with Marty, and then it says the music machine down here. Then added some graphics to give it a little bit of a design instead of just some words on there. But then the card art is pretty awesome. It's similar to the bus, If you can't really tell any, the color just don't show up that well. But very similar to what the bus looks like. And then this, the music machine. Can you tell on this? It's kind of like a circuit board. I put a circuit board inside the lettering here to kind of give it a really cool. And I really like the way this came out. This is probably one of my favorite one I think I've done. One of the favorites, probably second. I'll show you my favorite one here in a minute. But since he gave me the opportunity to do whatever on these, this is something I've always wanted to do to a car. And this just gave me that opportunity. I don't know why I haven't done one yet for me. But this gave me the opportunity, and it was a learning thing too, so I'll show it to you. Anyways, back the same as all of them. So I just did a graffiti. I didn't. If you want to say this was a lazy thing, say it was a lazy thing. I don't care. I like it. But I basically kept the car original, took it apart still, so that I could paint it, clear coat it after I put decals on it. But I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell in the camera here. I'm catching a glare. Let me see if I can. But it's graffiti. In person, you can really see it. It's graffiti, so it's been tagged on the side, and it says the music machine. And then the top, it was tagged with the Party with Marty font. And then I drew all this on here with a Sharpie. It says Smooth Criminal. Sharpie didn't do as well as I had hoped, so I might eventually, because I wanted to do this for a long time. So I might get some paint pens and see how that does. Because when I tried to you couldn't see the black very well, so I tried to highlight it with a gold Sharpie, and it kind of ate up some of the black because it was a thick point. And so when I tried to go back in with the black marker, it kind of just. Anyways, it still looks pretty cool, but not to where I really wanted it. And then I just did some funky pattern here behind the card and coming out a little bit, and then a little bit around the thing. I put eyeballs in the O's on the smooth. But anyways, I think that's cool. Some might think it was lazy. You just colored with a marker and threw some decals on a already done car. But have you ever seen anything like this? No, probably not. So I'm going to do some more like this because that was fun. As soon as I get some money ahead, I'm going to get some good paint pens and try some more of this. Because I like doing graffiti stuff. I've drawn on a hat. Where's that hat? I used to draw a lot when I was younger. I did this on this hat, on the top of the hat. Which said you don't know what it says, but it says Mimi, which is my nickname for my family, and my nieces and nephew drew the other stuff. So, and I like drawing graffiti stuff. It's pretty fun, and it's just just being creative. But anyways, there was that one, and then I guess my favorite out of this batch, she sent me a dairy delivery, and I love dairy deliveries, and so when I looked at it, I was like, you know what? This needs tattoo art. So I did the card art with this heart and a knife through it. And then there's the flower and stuff. And then this in the background, which this was just a clip art tattoo thing. I kind of wish I would. I didn't think till after I made it. I kind of wish I would have drawn my own design. And then put it on here, but I was in the zone thinking, ooh, I want to do a tattoo one, and so I just clip art of some stuff that I had, and so I colored it in Photoshop, and then I added the background behind it, and then did the dairy delivery, which this dairy delivery was already red when he sent it. Somebody already painted it, and it was a good paint. I mean, the paint was good. And I wanted it red anyway, so there was no need for me to strip it down and redo it. So I left the red on there, added the graphics, and then up here in a tattoo font. I'm having trouble following myself. It says the music machine, and then there's graphics on the top of it, and then a little bit of detailing on the front. I just blacked out the front of it a little bit, the grill and the headlights and stuff, and then yeah, I was making sure I put something on the back. Yeah, so I put the same font on the back, just says the Music Machine, and then some minor detail. But yeah, I think this is, and then on the bottom, can't really see it that well, but it says we can see it good in the camera though. It says party, let's see, party with Marty on the bottom, and then if you didn't notice, in the tattoo banner it says the Music Machine. I think this one's my favorite so far, so I'm gonna do my own things like this. I still got ink left because I had to buy ink to finish these up. That's what I was waiting on to finish these up. So I got a little ink left, so I'm gonna do maybe some artwork for me, and I've got some works in progress that are gonna need decals. So yeah, some of that stuff. Look for that in future videos. But let me know what you think. The bus didn't have it wasn't carded, so it's just going to be a loose one in the box. And yeah, that's it. Just wanted to share the Party with Marty stuff. What else? This turned into a long video. I must have talked too much. I'm rambling. It's a cold Friday evening. I know. Where am I at? It's a Wednesday evening. Oh my goodness, I'm insane. Okay, I'm out. I better check out before I really check out. Okay, be good or be good at it.